everybody. Welcome to another episode of Vlod Vlogs. My name is Occasus, and today I'm on my own. Normally I'm here with my sister Cindy or Scenaria, and we do this together, but because today's more of a tutorial, I'm just going to be on my own sharing something cool that I found recently in regards to photography and some built-in features right in either Firestorm or Black Dragon, whatever viewer you decide to use. I don't know about the standard Second Life viewer because I can't use that. It's too hard for me. So I don't know if it's built into that one, but I do know it's in Firestorm, and I do know that it's in Black Dragon. Today I'm in Firestorm just because it's easier to showcase what I need to show you. And I just want to kind of dive in and show you some of these cool options. Now, I've been taking photos for years, and I do post-process in Photoshop. But when people ask me about my method and what I do for photography, I tell them 90% of what I do is Inworld. It's with wind lights, and it's with angles and playing around with, you know, playing around with my poses and tweaking them just a little bit. There's a few different tools that I use for that. And so let's just go ahead and get started. This will be a short video today. In all fairness, I've tried recording this 3 times, but I've had like technical difficulties every single time. So I feel like I've just said that introduction for like the 1000th time. Of course, it's going to be the only time you hear it, but it's just been a day. I have like a huge, large iced coffee sitting right next to me too, and you'd think that with some caffeine in my system that I would be not so dumb, but today's just been a really dumb day. So before I zoom in really quickly about my outfit, if you're curious, these pants are from Tetra. I got them yesterday at the 50 Linden Friday sale, which I love a good deal. My top is from Coco, and so is the wraparound flannel. That's also from Coco. And I just bought my hair yesterday as well from Tableau Vivant. Had to have some more coffee, guys. Okay, so let's zoom in. I'm just going to hit Control-0, and I'm going to zoom in close. Now, because I want this to be a headshot, I really want my avatar to be looking at the camera. I don't want her looking down. And while this is a beautiful pose, it's from Amity Poses. It's called Good Vibes. It's from the Good Vibes pose set. It's not going to work for what I want it to, but I like this pose, you know, and I want to use it. So how do I make this work for me? Well, I have any pose. Now, I've paid for this. You buy it on Marketplace. There is a free version, but it's very limited. So I believe the free version allows you to do some manipulation, but not very much. So if you are planning on taking a lot of pictures, this is highly worth it. And you can also pose other people as well. And that's very helpful as well if you're trying to take a picture of somebody else. So I'm going to go ahead and start by making sure that my head is clicked on here. You can see that there's a whole bunch of different skeleton options to move. I'm just going to manipulate my head a little bit. I'm going to lift that up, and I'm going to kind of rotate it so that I'm looking right at the camera. So I'm just going to play with it until I'm happy. Now, I actually did just get a new head recently. I got the Venice Head, and I've always been a loyal Leluca user. I still am. I will be ride or die for Leluca forever. But because of everything that Janice has gone through recently, and after reading her statement, I really wanted to show her some support. And so I purchased the classic head, and I was surprised at how easy it was to shape, how easy it was for me to get a look that I loved. I didn't have to do much at all. Like, it was, the sliders were just so easy to work with. I went and purchased a skin from my favorite skin designer in Second Life. I'm wearing a skin from Session Skins, and I purchased new eyes from Euphoric, and overall I'm pretty happy with this look. Will I go back to Leluca? Probably. I've invested so much in Leluca over the years, and I can't ever see myself parting ways, you know, permanently. But for a while, I think it's fun to change up your look, and I'm quite happy with my Janice look, so we're going to play with that. Now, I want my eyes to stop moving for this photo, so I'm going to go here in my expression and just click it so my eyes are centered. And there we go. All right, so I'm right now using a wind light that doesn't have any shadows, and I like playing with shadows. So if you are in Firestorm, at the very bottom of your screen, you can see here there's something called Quick Preferences. If you open that up, which mine was already open, you can see my wind light I'm on right now is Anna and Adored Optimal. So I'm going to play around with a couple and just see what's speaking to me right now. This is Anna and Adored Realistic. I can move the sliders for the sun position, and I'm not feeling that one right now. Let me try Tan Skin. And this one's okay, but not speaking to me either. One of my favorite ones, and I don't know why, it's always a go-to for me, is Anna and Adore Darkness. I think it's just because I love playing with shadows and lighting so much. And it is a really lovely, lovely wind light when it comes to that. But I'm actually quite liking this. I think it's very pretty. I like the way the light is just kind of bouncing off certain areas here in the photo. So I'm going to go ahead and take a picture and see, first of all, how that's looking by hitting Control-Shift-S. And for it to go. Now I do like this. There's also something you should know when you're taking a portrait shot or any photo in general, is something called the rule of thirds, and I'll probably explain it terribly. I did Google it after a friend talked to me about it. But imagine your photo has a graph on it, and it's kind of got 2 lines going vertically and 2 lines going across horizontally. You want your eyes to be drawn into 2 of the squares, whether it's the top left 2 squares, top right 2 squares, you know, the bottom 2 squares on the right or the left, but you want your eyes to be drawn to that part of the image. And so this is kind of perfect the way I have a little bit of empty space over here and my eye is immediately drawn over here. And so I think from the rule of thirds perspective that this is a pretty good shot. Now, before I save this, I want to play with some filters because I'm not going to take this into Photoshop or do any editing. So how do I do any kind of fun post-processing right here in SL? Well, you can actually click this filter drop down. Now, I don't know if everybody has already known about this. I'm stupid, apparently, and I literally just found out about this recently. But there's a lot of different options. I noticed when I was in Black Dragon, there's quite a few less options. So if you're looking for more filters, even though Black Dragon is an amazing viewer for photography, it's not going to give you as many options as you're going to get in Firestorm. So let's play around with a few of these. Let's do soft focus and see what I kind of like that. I'm not sure why that went so far back. Something jumped back. Let me try to zoom back in a little bit and see what I just did. Half the time I don't know what I do at all, ever. And, oops. All right, let me try this really quickly. I refuse. So however this goes is how it goes. Okay, I'm happy with this. I know I cut off a little bit of the hat, but I think that's okay. So soft focus, this is what it does. It kind of gives a little bit of a blur kind of to the outer edges, which is a really cool thing to do. Let's try some other ones. Let's see what happens if I do cartoon. Now, some of these are really extreme. You wanted a fun picture. You know, that's kind of fun and artistic, but not what I'm looking for, so we're not going to do that. Let me look at Heatwave and see what happens there. I need it today. Oh, wow. I am not going to lie, that's really pretty. I like the soft colors. I think it is a little bit too much contrast right in the face. I feel like the lighting there just isn't right for this photo. But that's a really pretty filter and one I'll probably use in the future. Let me see what happens when I do spotlight. Same kind of thing. It's really pretty. It softens out the kind of like the middle portion here, kind of with some blurring. It adds that that dark halo effect on the outer portion of it, but it does kind of bring too much light and too much exposure, I think, right into the face. We want to make sure that we're not overexposing. So let's try Antique. And that's cool. I mean, it gives that old-timey feel, but not what I'm looking for. Let's try Sepia, because this is kind of an old-fashioned look as far as my, you know, upper body is concerned. So that's kind of fun. And I'll be honest that I really like that. So just for purposes of this, I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to upload this to Flickr and link the YouTube video right in my Flickr description. And I'm gonna link so you can go check it out as well and see how it looks. Once it's saved as a file to my computer and then uploaded into Flickr. But this is a very easy way to do some editing and post-processing without actually doing any Photoshop post-processing, and so wanted to show you how to do this quickly. Hopefully you enjoyed it, found it helpful. Sydney and I will be back this weekend. I have a 3-day weekend, which is amazing since I've been working like 50, 60-hour weeks lately. It's just been insane. And so we're going to do the Sunday sales, the Secret Sunday sale tomorrow, and hopefully record that for you all. And then we'll probably be doing some other videos soon as well. We're going to try to upload several times a week. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you join the Vlod family and be a part of Vlod Vlogs. Have a great day.